Check one, check one.
Check 1, 2.
And good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to Eagan Wildcat Hockey. Today we're at the South St. Paul tournament at the Doug Woog Arena here, where your Eagan Wildcats are taking on the mighty Hastings, and the Hopkins Royals. Jeff Burgum here, along with my colleague in crime, the son of my colleague in crime, the one, the only, Jared Manzella. How you doing, Jared?
It's good to be back.
Nice to have you here.
It's the best part of every winter break is coming home and being able to do this with you guys.
I know our viewership goes up greatly when they hear you're going to be broadcasting, so nice. And again, thanks for being here tonight. Here for starting lineups here of the very first game for the South St. Paul tournament at lovely Doug Woog Arena.
Number 1, Zach Hayes.
All right, check 1, 2. Went way loud.
Check.
Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2.
Check, check. We're doing some audio testing, sound testing. Check 1, 2.
Check.
Number 5, Sam Haberman.
Check 1, 2.
Lineups now for Hopkins Royals here at the lovely Doug Woog Arena in South St. Paul. The South St. Paul tournament.
Number 9, Alexander Corrins.
Check 1, 2.
Check in 1, 2.
Number 10, Mitchell Kaplan.
Perfect.
Good.
Yep, we're good.
Number 12, Noah Junker. Number 14,
And both teams now are actually, they're still going through the
Looks like
entire
they're going-
roster
Wow.
of the Hopkins Royals. So,
Yeah, I've never seen them do that in a.
well, the first game probably of the tournament, they want to
Okay.
introduce everyone. You know, that gives time for the crowd to come in here.
The sellout crowd
Should be a
here.
packed house here at lovely Doug Woog Arena,
number 33, David
formerly known as the Wakota Arena. Now the
for Hopkins.
Doug Woog
In
Arena.
goal, number 30, Ethan Myers.
Oh,
Hopkins looks like a very senior-heavy team.
Slattery.
not a real big team.
No, very senior-heavy, though.
Number 17, J.J. Martin. At forward, number 7, Henry Sweeney. At forward, number 11, Jack Strucy. And at forward, number 15, Alex Steinman. Hopkins' coach, head coach, David Hopkins.
That is the entire Hopkins Royals roster.
Drew O'Brien and Matt
Head coaches Dave Bakken, assistant coaches Gino Parrish, Archie Skulbeck,
from Eagan.
Drew O'Brien, and Matt Hazuka.
Some mouthfuls there, yeah.
Aiden Bren,
Number 6, Luke Anderson.
actually Aiden Byrne.
Number 9, Cole Gibson. Number 10, Will Hootmaker.
I'll have to give old Aiden Byrne, his parents, a hard time.
It's his dad's birthday today.
Is it?
Yep.
Was that on the wire?
That's on the wire. That's what the word is on the street, that it's Greg Byrne, Aiden Byrne's father's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Greg Bryn.
Number 19, William Randall. Number 20, Ben Willery. Number 21, Ethan Pearson. Number 22, Michael Beneke. Number 23, Matt Burgum. Number 30, Derek Manzella. Number 33, Luke Conway. Number 37, Colin Meyer. And here is your starting lineup. On D, number 5, Ellie Donnelly.
Ellie. There's Ellie. Ellie Donnelly.
yeah.
Ellie Donnelly.
Myers at forward.
I'm sure the Donnelly family are proud.
Number 16, Nick Charette at forward.
And Nick Sharik. He's our foreign exchange student from France.
Yeah, the Czech Republic.
We'll check his card here, green card.
Number 24, Eagan Johnson.
Okay.
All right, we got that one.
Yep. I don't think I've ever heard anyone mispronounce Eli before.
No, Ellie
Eli?
Donnelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need everybody to stand.
Oh, got the new band out there. And again, we're back here at the lovely Doug Woog Arena, South St. Paul, for the South St. Paul tournament. Jeff Burgum here, along with my son's colleague in crime, Jared Mansell. And Jared, nice to have you here again, and should be an interesting game here this afternoon. Eagan having a real strong year so far, 5-2, going up against the Hopkins Royals. Not as good of a record, but again, as you know, both teams are good. Any team in Minnesota high school hockey, they're dangerous. Yeah,
oh, for sure. And this Hopkins team plays in a very tough conference, a conference with the Edina, Wayzata, Eden Prairie. I'll be curious to see, though, how well Eagan does on the power play this year. Right now, Eagan's power play is rolling at 30%. Hopkins' penalty kill is only hovering around 80%.
And one of the interesting facts about this season so far, too, Jared, is that we have not had a lot of power play opportunity. We've had a ton of penalties, so our penalty kill unit's been tested greatly. So now, to your point, love to see the power play get a lot of opportunity today.
Yeah, anytime your power play is rolling at 30%, it's very dangerous. The other thing, too, to keep in mind is how many goals per game Eagan is averaging right now, and that's over 5.
So nice offensive output, and also strong the net. Derek Manzello and that defensive core really shutting opponents down. Goals against average, I believe, is under 1.5 a game.
Yeah, it's under 1.5. So, I mean, in terms of statistics, Eagan looking very solid with a 92% penalty kill, 30% power play, goals for over 5, and goals against under 1.5.
So the Wildcats will start with the Johnson line with Dolney and Mason on the D, and Pretcher. Oh, look at that! Unbelievable! What a start! Boy, that was 6 seconds into the game with a deflection. It looks like it was Johnson and Myers. Yeah, it was Johnny Myers. Got that deflection from Nick Sherrick, and that was a nice start to the game.
I mean, you can't draw it up any quicker than that. We talked about earlier how this is kind of a trap game. It's right after the holiday break.
They got those Christmas cookies in their system, some eggnog, so you're hoping they can get their feet going, but that's a nice start here to the game.
6 seconds in. What a pass. What a finish by Johnny Myers.
Now controlled now by Hopkins in their own zone. Little cross-ice pass. Good breakout. Here comes Hopkins. They'll cross center ice. Now they'll want to gain the zone. They do so. Nice save. Little tester there for Manzello. Shot on net.
Yeah, you know, as a goalie, it's always good to get your feet under you early on and make a quick save. Good job by Derek swallowing up that rebound.
So the Wildcats come out with the Gibson line with Myrie and Randall with Burgum and Meakin. And it's Meyer, we just say that for choking. Puck controlled by Hopkins, back to the point. Shot got through, nice save there by Manzello, covers up well. Nice, Derek's done a nice job this year on many fronts, but he did a nice job as far as limiting the rebounds. As a goalie, as yourself, Jared, gobble up that puck. Don't give those rebound opportunities.
Yeah, it's definitely the most overlooked part of goaltending is making that first save is one thing, but making sure there's no opportunity for a second one is huge.
Oh, and we got a penalty. Everybody just talked about that too, Jared. Yep. The key is to stay out of the box, and we get our first penalty of the game very early into the game at 16:25. It looks like Myers going to go off for tripping.
Yeah, and after Eagan jumped on that, the lead 6 seconds in, you don't want to see him fall back now. You want to see him keep going. So this is a huge penalty kill for the Wildcats.
So the penalty killers are Sherrick and Johnson with Burgum and Meakin. Puck control now by Burgum. And they'll get it out of the zone nicely all the way down. So we've had a goal in the first 6 seconds and a penalty called in the first minute. So lots of action early in the game.
Yeah, definitely a lot of action early on, and an opportunity for both teams to get an opportunity to score.
And Hopkins now gets that long breakout picked off there by Myers. Here comes Eagan now. Keegan Johnson now. He'll dish it out back to Burgum. Burgum's got some time. He's got some time. And he'll send it all the way down.
The one thing, too, I noticed over the summer with this Wildcat team is they have some speedy forwards, and I know they're very opportunistic, so look for them to jump on and try and score shorthanded.
Nice pick off there by the Wildcats. Now Gibson and Myers out there with Byrne and with Mason. And Hopkins now really hasn't had a chance to set up much in the Eagan zone. Here they come, though. Center ice in the slot. Shot, nice block there by Myers. And Byrne will send it all the way down. To your point, Jared, too, the Eagan forwards are fast, and they can pounce on pucks quickly. And also what's nice about this year's team is they got three deep lines. So every line that's out there is dangerous to score.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen too much in the past. We've seen Eagan have 2 good lines. This year, 3 good lines, and I know Coach Taylor's comfortable putting any of those 3 lines out there at any time in the game.
Nice job there by Henry Rifle. Gets it out there to Will Hoopmaker. Hoopmaker now it gets over him. The skates that down low. Puck now controlled by Hopkins. Here comes the Hopkins Royals into the zone. Dolney out there. Nice job by Dolney to take his player out. Dolney with the puck. And he'll try to clear the zone, and he can't get out of the zone. Hoopmaker now at the D, and he'll control that nicely. He'll send it all the way down. A little pressure now being applied by Hoopmaker. And about 5 seconds to go on the power play for Hopkins, and Eagan will be close to killing this off.
Yeah, pretty much a perfect kill for Eagan right there.
Yeah, not many chances there by Hopkins for a scoring chance. So good job here by the Killers. For Eagan, now controlled by Keegan Johnson. Ooh, in front of the net, little dangerous play there.
Yeah, if you're
but Keegan with the puck, he did a nice job. Play right on him. Keegan Johnson. Oh, little toe drag. Boy, had a chance there. Keegan took the puck in front of his own net and little dicey, but controlled it well. Takes it all the way down and had a scoring chance.
Yeah, clearly showing that he's comfortable with the puck, having it in front of his own net, and then taking it the length of the ice and getting a good opportunity on net.
Johnson lined with Myers and Sherrick. Back to puck controlled. And here comes Hopkins. Backhand. And nice job there by Burgum and Mazel. They communicate nicely in that one. Kind of took the angle away, so Burgum played him well, and Derek stood tall in the shot.
Yep. Burgum did a great job of forcing that guy wide, making it so he didn't really have that great of a scoring opportunity. A nice, not that difficult of a save for Derek. He covers up the rebound. And this game will stay 1-0.
Beneke line out there for the draw. Beneke, Pearson. They lose the draw. Shot. Nice shot there. Saved by Manzella. Good, getting a little bit of action early on here. We got the Rife out there. Beneke, Rife, and Pearson.
Yeah.
Willery and Burgum.
The one thing I have noticed is Hopkins has been able to win a lot of faceoffs in the zone and get quick shots on net.
Puck control now again by Hopkins. That's blocked nicely. He'll pick it off in the corner. It's going to be a high stick call. So Eagan will change up. A little more zone time in Eagan's end, probably than we were expecting early on. But again, as we know, Jared, any team that plays in Minnesota, they're good. They're fast, and you got to have your A game ready to go.
Yeah, Hopkins definitely has some big, fast guys on their team, and so far they've controlled the play in the Wildcat zone.
Draw control now by Eagan. That's going to flip it out now, and it's going to be icing again. So not a early flow to the game, but now kind of had a little bit of a mull in action as far as both teams kind of feeling each other out.
Yep, and like we talked about, it's dangerous for Eagan. They get that goal 6 seconds in, but if they don't continue to apply pressure, all of a sudden this game can easily turn around in Hopkins' favor.
Draw controlled by Eagan, but then Hopkins picks it off still in the Eagan zone. Not a lot of control here by either team. Oh, nice little dish to the blue line. Nice block there by Meakin. And here comes good play there by Byrne to get it up to Cullen Meyer. Meyer now shot goes way high and wide. Back to the point. Meakin holds the zone nicely. And behind the net, little forecheck pressure applied by the Wildcats. the Gibson line. Here comes Hopkins. They got out of the zone. Nice little poke check there by Meekin. Now back in the zone it goes. Eagan will go off for a change. Hopkins now with the puck behind their own net. Here comes Hopkins now. And they get it to center ice. Willery falls. He picks it up, though. Nice job by Ben Willery to stay with it. And he gets the puck in deep, but here comes Hopkins. They get out of their zone cleanly. Oh, cross-ice pass will look like it could have been an icing, but it must have crossed the red line. No icing call. Going back is Mason. Jack Mason will flip it off to Nick Sherrick. Sherrick now to Johnny Myers. Myers now racing. Nice little dump pass by Sherrick and Myers. Myers now pressure being applied. They get it through, and here come, that should be an ice all the way down.
Yep. Almost a dangerous pass there, right along the blue line here. They almost hit that Hopkins player in on a breakaway, just missed. And now Eagan will get a face-off in the Hopkins zone. Let's see if they can get some sustained pressure.
So 12-14 to go in period one. Shots on goal, 3-2 in favor of Hopkins. Hopkins has had probably more of the play as far as more zone time and more shots on goal.
Yeah, 100%. They've pretty much, Eagan's had a tough time getting the puck out of their zone.
And they get bottled up again. Shot, save, rebound. Boy, another opportunity. Hopkins kind of buzzing in the Eagan zone.
I've noticed number 7 on Hopkins and number 11, their two centers are both very good at taking the puck around the corner and coming out and getting a shot. That was a nice save by Manzella.
One thing Hopkins is doing too, we're seeing, is that they'll float a center or a wing high out of the zone, so it forces the D to go back and leave the zone a little early.
Yep. It seems like the strength of this Hopkins team is their centers.
Here comes Keegan Johnson. Nice flip out. Gets it through everybody. There'll be no icing right on net. Should be a whistle there. We'll cover up.
For a team that's averaging 5 goals a game, over 5 goals a game, you'd like to see it with 2 shots on net. That's not going to cut it, even though they do have the 1 goal already.
Yeah, 8 shots to 2. Big, heavy favor of Hopkins right now. But early in the game, 11:46 to go in period one. Draw controlled by Hopkins. And nice little forecheck pressure by Myers and Sherrick. Again, this line buzzing as they normally do out there.
Yeah, this line has had a lot of success, not just this year, but in years before.
Good zone time now. Johnny Myers. Myers now. Myers looking. Centering pass. Oh, no one is home there. And Meekin now. Flips it to Burgum. And he'll dump it in. They'll go giving chase. And here comes Hopkins. You want to get it out of their zone. Can't do so. Picked off. Myers. Oh, he had tried that short side high. Went wide. And they'll flip it. And nice pressure again by this line. They're buzzing. Oh, short side again. Save.
You can finally sustain some pressure.
Hopkins. They're going to dump it in. And giving chase. Now here's Max Meekin. Max Meekin out of the zone. Meekin. Nice move there to get it out. Here comes Max Meekin. With the puck. Good control by Meekin. Little offensive rush by the defenseman. Junior assistant captain. Shot wide. Luke Anderson will blast high over the net. Pressure being applied now by this line. We've got Hoopmaker, Asta, and Anderson.
Power play coming up for the
Wildcats. Looks like they drew a penalty. Nice job this line here by a little forecheck pressure. Eagan's fourth line here, and they did a nice job.
Yeah, and that was, I believe, number 6 on the Wildcats. It's Anderson. Got upended going in front of the net.
And there'll be a hooking penalty. So Eagan will be in their first power play of the game.
Yeah, and this is a huge opportunity for Eagan to go up 2-0 early in this game.
Oh, shots are now down to 5-3. They must have miscalculated shots. They've gone down a little bit. They must have called Toronto and got that adjusted.
They've been all over the place on the shots.
8-2, 9-1. Draw control by Nick Sherrick. Sherrick shot. Oh, that deflected just wide. Back Myers now. Johnny Myers, power play for the Wildcats. They've got Randall at the point with Sherrick. And they've got Meekin. Shot, rebound, Meekin, Myers, and Keegan Johnson. Eagan's top power play unit, as Jared mentioned earlier, running around 30% on the efficiency. Back to Nick Sherrick now. Nice control by Johnny Myers. Myers now looking for a lane. Myers! Tried that short side. They had that bottled off nicely. No room there. Myers now with the puck. Little saucer pass to Randall. Randall back to Myers. Again, looking that short side, but a good puck control, good zone time. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, this top power play unit for the Wildcats moving the puck around very well, getting a couple really good looks. That one just deflected out of play. Nice save by the Hopkins goaltender.
2 or 3 short side attempts by the Eagan players, and their goalie for Hopkins, number 30, Ethan Myers. Nice job standing tall.
Yeah, I saw Johnny Meyer trying to go short side probably 3 or 4 times already this game.
Puck control now. Oh, cross ice pass got picked up. Good job by Randall to keep that in the zone. Back to Meyer. Oh, Meyer he tried to kick it out. Here comes Hopkins, but nicely done by Nick Sherrick to take that opportunity away. Here comes Eagan. Dumped it in now by William Randall. And do a little forecheck pressure now. Zone. Pride. They get out of the zone. Dumped all the way down, and there's Nick Sherrick now. Nick Sherrick with the puck behind the net. And here comes Nick Sherrick. Sherrick now. Nice pass over to Cullen Meyer. Cullen Meyer. That puck is picked off. Kept in nicely by Meyer, though. And tries to keep it in the zone. Good job by Eli Donley to hold the zone nicely. Now Egan's going to set up. That puck is deflected. Kept in nicely by Burgum. Burgum to Beneke. Score! Michael Beneke from Burgum. What a good shot. Burgum held the zone nice, came in, gloved it down, flipped it over to Beneke, and was, I guess, a good play.
Yeah, great shot. Great play by the Wildcats holding the zone. Hopkins had a couple chances to get it out. The forecheck was too strong, and what a finish by Beneke. Great pass in front. He gets that soft area right in the slot and buries it over the glove.
Yeah,
of the
Burgum got that, I
goaltender.
think, off the boards up high, came low, dished it to Beneke,
Yep.
and Beneke one-timed it. What a play by those guys.
Great play by the Wildcats. And that's another power play goal.
Picked off now by Hopkins. Hopkins now looking. Oh, lost an edge. Willery behind the net. Oh, dangerous play. That got deflected in the front. That was could have been a lot worse.
Number 22, Michael Beneke. With an assist to number 23, Matt Burgum.
So Beneke from Burgum. So good play by those two. Again, as you said, a power play goal. And again, both power play units are dangerous. Good centering pass to Luke Anderson. That shot just went wide. So great job by Beneke. Feed here. Nice short shot by Will Hootmaker. Puck in the corner. Oh, that could have been good. No call there. Could have been a trip. He lost an edge. Puck gets shot in. Shots on goal now have flipped greatly after that power play. 6-5 in favor of Eagan. Yeah, again, so far all Eagan 2-0.
Yeah, we're seeing momentum shift back in Egan's favor now.
Deflected off the glass now to Ethan Pearson. Pearson now looking. Ethan Pearson to Reif. Henry Reif. That pass got picked off. Here comes Hopkins. Hopkins now over to Jack Mason. Mason, nice little beautiful play there to get that puck out of the center ice, but no one in the corner. Rebound! Oh, what a save by Manzella. Boy, that was a dangerous play from the start. No pressure in the corner. All of a sudden, a centering pass. Beautiful deflection. Manzella read that beautifully. It could have easily been 2-1.
Yeah, that Hopkins player slid in there behind everyone and got a great scoring opportunity. And what a save by Manzella to keep this a 2-0 game.
Yeah, a little bit looser game, I'm sure, than the coaching staff for the Wildcats want to see here. Kind of more a little free and easy.
That's been a wide open game, and Eagan seems like they've struggled to get the puck out of their zone. But so far, Derek stood tall and kept this, like I said, 2-0.
And Burgum will dump it in all the way down. They'll do a change. And here comes Hopkins. Hopkins now. Oh, nice deflection there by Burgum. Got it over to Meakin. Nice little poke check. Nice job by Meakin. And they'll get out of the zone. Hopkins, you're controlling the play a lot here. So again, nice job by there. Here comes Burgum. Nice job by Burgum to dump that in for a change. Here comes pressure being applied by Keegan Johnson. Johnson centering pass, no one home. And Johnny Myers now to Nick Sherrick. Sherrick centering pass. Oh, good try. Johnson was there. Eli Donley steps in nicely. Back to Sherrick. Sherrick now looking for Willery. Willery at the point. Ben Willery. Deflection. Nice shot by Willery. Got deflected by Keegan Johnson. Rebound. Boy, I think of the three lines right now, the Johnson line, again, just dominant out there.
Yeah, that I would say in the fourth line is
there's a trip. Here we go. We'll take that. That was an excellent call. Again, 5-on-5, it really hasn't been all Eagan, which I thought it would have been more of. But you get that Johnson line out there 5-on-5, and there's no contest.
Yeah, that Johnson line is just so fast, so much talent on that line, and you can see them just easily controlling the play in the Hopkins zone. And I think they've drawn 2 penalties and have a goal. And now Eagan gets another chance to go on the power play, which they're 1-for-1 on already.
Draw control by Dolney. Dolney looking. Nice play by Dolney to Cullen Meyer. Oh, we had a rebound. Boy, Meyer had a nice job there to get that, and giving chase now is Eli Dolney. He'll set up behind the net. We're getting from Toronto. We're getting some pressure. I don't know what's going on. Is there wind control? Is there issues with the weather? We're getting tapped by the cameraman. I don't know if he's hungry. Did he have breakfast before we got here, the cameraman?
He always does.
Okay. Draw control. The puck control now by Beneke. Shot. Rebound! Oh, right there by Mason. Had an opportunity.
We're going to have another penalty coming up.
On.
Looks like Eagan.
Maybe it's out of the zone. No, looks like it'll be Jack Mason.
Yeah, Jack Mason's going to get a high sticking call. Looked like he was just going for the puck in front, and his stick caught someone up high. That's probably a good break for Hopkins. Eagan was applying all sorts of pressure.
All sorts of pressure. These special teams have just been such a key again.
Yep.
So now we'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 20. We've got Johnny Myers with Gibson, Bergam, and Meakin.
And once again, this Eagan team, very fast, very speedy. We'll see what they can do with more open ice now.
And here comes Meakin. Max Meakin flips it out, tries to get out of the, can't get out of the zone. They're going to dump it in. And Max Meakin now. Meakin back to Bergam. Oh, he tried to get that all. They'll be on net. Nice little bounce. Oh, he left it. Good idea. Just missed the mark on that.
Yeah, and it looked like this dump in here surprised Derek. It looked like he
thought he was going the other way, and he kind of slid over, but that was a... Draw control by Eagan. Flipped it out of the zone, kept in. Here comes Johnny Myers to Gibson. A lot of ice out there now, 4-on-4. And here comes Eagan. Can't control the puck. Now back to Hopkins. Oh, here it goes. It picked off. Oh, Johnny Myers had that top shelf. Couldn't get it over. And they're going to be a delayed offside.
You got to think Myers is going to get a goal here.
Oh, he's had some real opportunities here. Nice play by Bergam to take the body out. And Meakin now. Good job by Max Meakin. Here comes Eagan. Nick Sherrick now. Nick Sherrick all the way on. Nick Sherrick. Oh, my goodness. The Hopkins player's on his knees. And the Johnson now looking. Byrne! Score!
What a goal.
Aiden Byrne. Nice job by Keegan Johnson to find Byrne. Byrne all alone.
And that's 4-on-4. Sherrick made an unbelievable set of moves. Ran out of room and just took the puck around and dished it off to Johnson, who then made a beautiful pass to Byrne.
Yeah, boy, nice job by, like you said, Sherrick set that up, and then Keegan with the patience to find Byrne, and Byrne to have the wherewithal to come in a little bit and creep in there and all alone. And I believe that was Aiden Byrne's first goal of the year.
Well, that's great to see on his dad's birthday of all days, too.
Little junior defenseman.
Came down, made a perfect shot, low blocker. And Eagan has taken full advantage of the opportunities they've had in this game.
And again, it doesn't feel like a 3-0 game because Hopkins has been playing well.
Yeah, Hopkins
they've had some good shots on net, good opportunities.
It's been a wide open game. It's just that Eagan has taken advantage so far, and they're up 3-0 with still 3 minutes left in this period.
And they're on the. They got the penalty still. They're on their penalty kill. Henry Reif now. Henry Reif, short-handed, having some scoring opportunities. Good job by Reif there to get some. Time off the clock. Oh, here's a potential 2-on-1. Hopkins now. Oh, that shot got deflected. And it can't clear the zone, however. Deflection. Ooh, that was a dangerous deflection. Went wide. Good low shot from the point for Hopkins. Another shot gets blocked. Reif can't get there. Over to Byrne now. Byrne can't get out of the zone. Nice block there by Henry Reif. Both teams now full strength. Eagan survives another power play by Hopkins.
Eagan struggling to get the puck out of their zone, but they've made up for it by having great shot blocking.
Shot, oh, goes wide. Boy, some room there. Here comes Hoopmaker. Hoopmaker can't get out of the zone. Boy, they hold his zone well. And finally, Byrne chips it up high. Good job by Byrne to get that puck down. Here comes Hopkins now with the puck. Hopkins will flip it in. And Max Meakin giving chase. Meakin now, Max Meakin. Nice job to get that out of those to Keegan Johnson. Here comes Johnson. Johnson, Myers, Keegan Johnson. Johnson to Burgum. Backhand. Oh, that goes wide. Burgum, a little offensive pressure now to Keegan Johnson. Nice pressure being applied by this line again. And picked up there nicely. And Nick Sherrick now to Burgum. Nice play over to Max Meakin. Meakin now, they'll dump it in.
Yeah, this top line for the Wildcats, making it very tough for Hopkins to get anything done.
And Johnny Myers now. Myers circling. Myers out there with Meyer and Gibson. And now Cullen Meyer now. They're battling hard with the big number 20 for Hopkins. He is
Mario Hadley.
Mario, good hockey name by him. There's going to be another penalty by Mason that would kind of got the angle. Jack got his stick down, and there's a trip there.
Yeah, it looked like the guy was about to go in alone, and Mason a little bit unlucky there, but got kind of caught out of position, and unfortunately he'll sit again. Second penalty in a couple minutes.
And again, just a tough break there because Mason was going to take the body. The forward saw it at the last second, broke to the middle.
Yep. The stick just got caught up in the feet.
Either you got to take him now or. So Eagan on the penalty kill again. I think this could be the third penalty or fourth already.
Yeah,
in the period.
They've done very well so far, but once again,
you're playing with fire here.
Yep. And especially in the last 2 minutes of the game, you're up 3-0. You don't want to give Hopkins any chance of getting back into this game.
And again, as we all know, hockey fans, a 3-0 lead in hockey doesn't take a lot to climb back into this one.
No, because you score one and it's a 2-goal lead, which, as we've said before, the most dangerous lead in hockey.
Is that BYU advanced math? I know you.
It is,
so
yeah.
you get your goal, you're down to, okay, there you go. You stay score a goal, and it's that 2-goal differential. Nice job. Again, nice job by Derek Manzola to eat up that rebound, eat up that puck.
It is one of the things that he is growing up and something he's been pretty successful at is catching pucks in his chest. The one thing I have heard this year, though, is his puck playing ability has been scary at times.
Now we got, again, just under a minute to go on the period here. Hopkins now trying to set up. They do so out of the corner. And they're going to set up. They're trying to get that equal or down one. And nice job there by Eli Dolney. He gets tied up. And they're going to be back to the point. Corner, Matthew Burgum. Nice job to get that cleared all the way down. And that'll run off some time, hopefully. And Gibson now does a nice job. He always does a nice job really just killing that time down there. Really making those teams work to get that puck out of their own zone.
Gibson has been a tremendous penalty killer this game.
And giving chases Matthew Burgum. Burgum now. He'll take his player in the corner out. Good pressure being applied by Burgum. Taking the body out nicely. And then he'll take it all the way down. So again, nice penalty kill so far by the Wildcats. Again, we talked about at the start of the game, Jared. Boy, if we can keep it more 5-on-5, many teams have a hard time skating with us, but you get down on those power plays and penalty kills, now it's anybody's game.
Yeah, all four lines for the Wildcats had a solid period, and I think 5-on-5, they could handle Hopkins pretty easily. And then once again, we did see the special teams for Eagan, which have been really good this year, pay dividends, but you still don't want to keep giving Hopkins opportunities. They do have guys who can put the puck in the net. Yeah,
and again, one thing, too, when you're constantly killing penalties, that's taking energy away from your players. You can't get in a regular line rotation, so your penalty killers are getting gassed. So the time that you're 5-on-5, you're tired.
Exactly. And Eagan does come out in that period out shooting Hopkins 10-7 and with a 3-0 lead. So Eagan, very opportunistic, takes advantage of their chances, and they do have a solid lead going into the second period.
So after one period of play, as Jared Rex said, we are live at South St. Paul Doug Woog Arena tournament. Eagan 3, Hopkins 0. We'll be back for the start of the second period shortly. Again, thanks for listening.
Test 1, 2.
Checking 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check. And welcome back, Eagan Wildcat hockey fans. Jeff Burgum here along with Jared Manzala back here at the Doug Woog Arena for Game 1 of the South St. Paul tournament. Eagan up 3-0 over Hopkins. Shots on goal 10-7 in favor of Eagan. It's been all Eagan, Jared, but again, the play of the game has some nice moments by Hopkins.
Yeah, it was a game of momentum swings in that first period where Eagan came out right away, scored 6 seconds into the period. And then after that, Hopkins kind of controlled the game, got a couple power plays, and then after that, it was all Eagan, and then I'd say Hopkins was probably in control again at the end of that period.
Yeah, Eagan again killing off the penalty. I believe, we can't confirm this, but maybe 3 or 4 penalties already for the Wildcats so far in period 1. And again, you're spending all that time killing penalties. You can't get into the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, and we've seen Eagan been able to take advantage of being on the power play and also 4-on-4. So hopefully Eagan can stay out of the box now. They've done a good job killing, but stay out of the box, get more power play opportunities, and then 5-on-5, they've been able to control the pace of the game.
So Eagan now will be starting the second period a man short for 35 seconds. Mason penalty for tripping. So Eagan will start with Sherrick and Johnson with Meakin and Dolney. So Hopkins will continue with their power play. Draw control by Eagan, dumped down deep into the zone by the Wildcats. Again, draw, puck control by Sherrick. Nice job to take some time. Again, trying to get some time put away. Good job by Nick Sherrick on the kill. And great job by Meakin to step up and block that attempt. So again, killing some valuable time are the Eagan penalty killers.
And we'd like to give a shout-out. I just got word from above. Shout-out to Sherry, tuning into the broadcast right now.
Sherry. Where's Sherry from? Where's she coming from?
You'll have to talk to
the
Toronto? Man upstairs.
Okay. Eagan now full strength.
Good kill by the Wildcats.
Another shout-out to Jennifer Willery. Jennifer on a cruise, I believe, and enjoying some nice warmer weather on a boat. And I believe it's a cruise. I don't know if it's a rowboat or a tugboat, but some type of vessel.
Some sort of floating vehicle.
So shout out to Jennifer streaming the game. Don't forget your sunscreen, Jennifer.
So Eagan back to 5-on-5 now. Let's see if they can get some more pressure and maybe really put away this Hopkins team.
Draw control now by Eagan, or by Hopkins, excuse me. That gets deflected behind the net. Matthew Burgum gets over to Meyer. Was in his skates. Picked off. Here comes Eagan. Nice job to Burgum. Matthew Burgum. Burgum. Nice pass to Cullen Meyer. Meyer now. Cullen Meyer. Drop. Gibson goes in the corner. Is shot there by Byrne. He steps in nicely. And Cullen Meyer back to Burgum. Burgum's got some time. Burgum shot. Oh, going to be a penalty on Hopkins. Nice draw there. Luke Anderson took a tumble, drew a penalty.
That's the second penalty he's drawn this game, too, being in front of the net.
So nice job there by Eagan.
And Eagan will be able to put their top power play line out here. That's what's nice about, when your fourth and third lines are sustaining pressure like that. It allows you to put your top line out on the power play.
Puck control now by Eagan. Back over to Sherrick. Nick Sherrick. Looking. Shot. Rebound. Got Johnson out there with Myers and Meakin with Sherrick and Burgum.
Yeah, good shot by Sherrick there. No one in front, though. Eagan's got to get some bodies in front, looking to get a deflection or screen the goalie.
And Burgum now with the puck. Matthew. Over to Johnny Myers. Myers now looking. Rebound! That's just what you said that, and the rebound sat there. And goes all the way down. Nick Sherrick now. Nick Sherrick with some time and control. Nick Sherrick. Here comes Nick Sherrick. He's got some time and space. Nick Sherrick. Very dangerous. Nick Sherrick. Rebound! Burgum! Center known home. Back is it now is Johnny Myers. Johnny Myers has got time. And here comes Nick Sherrick. Sherrick now with the puck. Nick Sherrick. Time and space. Back over to Johnny Myers. Now Myers. Johnny Myers looks to set it up behind him. Controlled. Out of the zone, Nick Sherrick now. Behind the net. Just under a minute to go on the power play for Eagan. Here comes Max Meekin. Max Meekin now. He's got some time and space. Gives it to Keegan Johnson. Johnson. That gets picked off and goes all the way down. And Eli Dolney behind the net. Here comes Eagan. Eli Dolney now. Just under half a minute to go. He'll dump it in. They'll dump and chase. Giving chase is Beneke. Beneke now gets flipped out. We'll try to get that to Mason at the point. Got hopped over his stick. And here comes Eagan. And Jack Mason, senior defenseman, he'll lug it up. He'll dump it down low. Giving chase now is Mason and Gibson. He loses it. Here comes Hopkins. Could be a potential 2-on-1. Short-handed. And nice job there by Manziel to challenge the shooter, and that'll be all for the power play. Really not much of a setup there. Not many chances at all in that power play unit.
No, the first 30, 45 seconds, Eagan had some good movement, got a couple good looks, and then after that, Hopkins did a good job of just getting the puck out of the zone. No sustained pressure for Eagan.
Did have a couple of chances, and that rebound, as you mentioned earlier, Jared, was sitting there. So, again, you get those pucks on net, good things are going to happen.
Exactly. And Manziel with a nice save on that partial 2-on-1 there at the end of it.
Puck kept in the zone. Nice job there by Mason to follow through with his player. Giving chase now is Hoopmaker. Will Hoopmaker takes him out now. Nice deflection there. We got the fourth line out there for Eagan.
They're going to call Hoopmaker for a hold there in the corner.
Boy, they're calling that pretty tight. I didn't see So again, Jared, we're going to go on the penalty kill. This has to be the
fourth or fifth.
Fourth or fifth of the game, and we're barely into period 2.
Yeah, it's definitely been a tightly called game. We've seen not a whole lot of 5-on-5 play. And I would say, in a game like this, it definitely favors Eagan, but you still don't want to get into the penalty game.
Well, you don't. And again, one goal by Hopkins. This is anyone's game now then. We got to keep him out of the net. Draw control by Mason, and he'll ring the boards all the way down. Nice job by Mason. Nice draw. One there by Keegan Johnson. And here comes Hopkins. Again, nice forecheck pressure applied by Sherrick. And nice step there by Keegan Johnson. They'll gain the zone. And Byrne now takes his man out nicely in the corner. Now puck control by Hopkins. They'll set up. They've got some time and space. They're on the power play again at the blue line. They'll look for a shot. Lane is closed. Rebound. And a goal. Just what we talked about, Jared. Boy, given these power plays, and they'll bury it all the way there.
Yep, goal by Henry Sweeney, the senior captain for Hopkins. They finally get that wide open shot I think they've been looking for, backdoor, and Manziel just not quite quick enough, and he beats him over the glove to make.
And that was a wide backdoor too. That got way back to the goal line, and I didn't know he had that much of an angle, but it was a heck of a shot.
Yeah, great shot by the senior captain, and Hopkins takes advantage finally of power play.
So now Eagan really has to kind of match the intensity. Here comes Michael Beneke. Beneke tried to get to their front. That was picked off. Now control now by the Cats. Rice scores! That was a good answer. Michael Beneke again. Beneke, Pearson, and Rife. Great job to really answer that and kind of retake the lead. And again, this line, it's their second goal of the game.
Yeah, 20 seconds later, you can't ask for a better response from the Wildcats. Beneke with a second goal of the game. We've seen him go high both times, once over the glove, once over the blocker.
So a real nice response to that goal by Hopkins. So again, Eagan's just got to kind of stay out of the box, and if they get this thing 5-on-5 or have the power play, great, but you just got to stay out of the box.
Yeah, stay out of the box, and they should pretty much be able to control the rest of this game.
And now that may have been a wake-up call for the Wildcats. A little more intensity now by Eagan. Willery now gets out of the zone. He'll have to touch up. Puck now deep. Here comes Hopkins. And over to Dolney. He'll flip it out nicely over to Beneke now. Michael Beneke in all by himself. He gets taken down. No call. And puck in behind the net. Good forecheck pressure being applied again. Rebound! Puck is still loose. No whistle.
It looks like Hopkins is probably going to get a penalty here.
Going to be a hand pass.
Quite the scramble in front there. It looked like no one really knew where the puck was. And, yeah, Hopkins is going to take a penalty here for Looked like it was after the whistle. See what the official calls here. Cross-checking, yep. So Eagan now with a chance with their top power play unit to get yet another goal. I think they have 2 so far this game, 2 or 1.
So puck shot all the way down. Nick Sherrick now getting pressured. And here comes Eagan. Johnny Myers has got some time. Myers will set up. And Johnny Myers with some space. Johnny Myers now. And they'll want to set up. And here they come. Johnny Myers gets in the zone. Looking to set up. He's got some time now. They'll want to set. Puck goes in now to the corner. Burgum now. Matthew Burgum flips it over. And they'll set up now. Myers now. Johnny. He'll look around with the puck. And he'll work from the corner. Keegan Johnson now. Johnson. Back to Burgum. Over to Sherrick. Gets it over to Johnny Myers now looking. Keeps it in nicely. Sherrick. Good job by Sherrick. Rebound goes to the corner. No one's home. And they'll dump it all the way down.
Eagan been unable to really get a good look so far in this power play. Good movement, but really no good looks.
Here it comes. Eagan now. Shot. Oh, high shot over everybody. Goes over to Nick Sherrick now. Sherrick looking. Here comes Max Meekin. Max Meekin clears his own. Meekin, nice shot there on net. Good save by
Myers.
A lot of Myers out there tonight. Myers. Cole Gibson. Gibson now looking. Gibson looking to get it back to Meekin. Meekin now. Back to Gibson. A lot of battling in front there by Beneke and number 20.
It's Mario
Hadley.
Said his name before.
Yes, we have. Good hockey name, that Mario, and the puck at center. So again, some good movement, but not a lot of big chances yet.
No, it looked like finally towards the end of that with only 1 second left in the penalty, the power play. It looks like Hopkins is going to make a goalie change.
Not sure what that would be for, unless it was a plan. Must have been halfway through the game.
It must have been planned because it is the first whistle after 10. Interesting. You don't see that a lot in high school hockey. Goalie splitting, maybe because it's this tournament here, but this will be sophomore.
Rebound before his first shot of the game. And interesting, boy, you pull the goalie with the puck in your own zone, and he gets that shot cold, no warm-up, and he gets a nice shot by Dolney on net.
Yeah, good job by Eagan recognizing it's a new goalie and getting a good, quick shot. Nice save by the new goaltender in Zach Hayes.
Now, I'm not sure also, we have not noted, I've been looking for William Randall. I don't know where Randall, I've not seen him on the ice for a while. I don't know if he got hurt or...
That's a good observation, yeah.
I don't know where he's been, so we'll have to call Toronto on that and see what's up with that, because, again, William, a real key part of this team, had not seen him out here that midway through the first period, actually. And Dolney now with the puck. Dolney gets the center ice. That gets picked off. It's going to be an offside, and he'll touch it, and we don't know why he touched that puck.
Yeah, interesting decision by the Hopkins player. Guess they'll do a line change, so maybe he just wanted to get off, but...
So puck will be just outside the Eagan zone. Draw control by Burgum over to Willery. Willery now can't get rid of it. Gets tied up in his feet. He'll now chip it in now. Henry Reif giving chase. Beneke now. Beneke. Nice job to Henry Reif. Centering pass and score!
That's a hat trick.
Beneke, 3 goals by Beneke. And this 5-1, this line has really been buzzing. What a play by Beneke and Pearson and Reif.
All 3 goals, too, by this line have been off. First, getting a solid forecheck, getting the puck towards the middle of the ice, getting a shot on net, and kind of a grinder goal. Like Beneke having great presence of mind to be able to finish all 3 of those.
And Beneke's first goal is a power play on the power play. So, again, a nice special teams goal, and he gets a 2 even strengths goal. So, really nice job by this line to really kind of spark this team. And
yeah, and congratulations to Michael Beneke on the hat trick. Very impressive. And we still have a lot of game left. So, see if this line can keep rolling.
Michael Beneke Sr., number 22, having a heck of a game. And Jack Mason dumping down low. They'll give chase. Again, Beneke, Pearson, and Reif really playing well this game. All three of them really forechecking well, cycling well. They've had some solid games all year. Just a really excellent line combination for Eagan.
Yeah, and this makes you want to stay on 5-on-5, because 5-on-5, this line is having all sorts of success.
Well, Jared, we talked about this too, as far as Eagan has got a rare luxury of having three solid lines that really you can put them to anybody.
Yeah, and we've seen them be able to take advantage of that. And when you're able to run three lines, when it comes time and Hopkins gets a goal right there.
So that's a goal there. That was a player left alone all in front. So they respond quickly with that.
Yeah, it looked like Derek kind of got down on his post, quick pass in front, and Hopkins is able to bury it.
So 5-2, Eagan.
This game's definitely been about momentum. And we'll see now, after that goal, who can reclaim the momentum in this game.
Here comes Cullen Meyer now. We've got a little combination now. We've got Meyer out there with Anderson and Gibson. Oh, big hit there by Cullen Meyer. What a play by Meyer. Shot there by Gibson. Nice clean hit by Meyer.
Yeah, what a hit by Meyer.
Hands were down low, shoulder, and he shouldered into him. That was a good clean check.
And right from there, that hit generates a good scoring opportunity for Cole Gibson. And the Hopkins goalie forced to make a good save.
So again, shots are 20-11 in favor of Eagan, but again, Eagan a little bit looser in their own zone that we've been seeing all year. So again, got to tighten down a little bit more defensively. And again, but Hopkins is a very talented team. I mean, they're not coming in here lightly.
No, Hopkins should not be undertaken. They definitely have some very skilled players up front.
Draw control now by Eagan. Luke Anderson now. He'll put that in the corner over to Cole Gibson. Gibson now behind the net. Centering pass back to Luke Anderson. Anderson tried to center it, got blocked. And Luke Anderson now buzzing well in the corner. Nice forecheck pressure being applied by this line. Again, Anderson, Meyer, and Gibson. And that gets deflected. That will not be an. Oh, that will be an icing. They'll call that.
Right. Eagan's definitely been a lot better at faceoffs this period as well, which has allowed them to generate more offensive in the zone.
So puck will be down to the Hopkins zone, to the left of their new goalie, the Zach Hayes, sophomore. Puck control by Hopkins, or now forecheck pressure though applied by Sherrick. Myers, Johnson, and Sherrick out there for the Eagan Wildcats. Behind the net, Johnson now looking for a lane, trying to dishes it off now to Sherrick. He gets through his check. Myers now. And here comes Hopkins. They still can't clear the zone. Nicely done by Johnny Myers to keep it in. Rebound! There it is, sitting there for Keegan Johnson. Boy, that was sitting there all alone.
Kind of a weird play. It looked like Meyer didn't even intend to block that shot. It kind of just hit his stick. And then that's definitely a goal that the Hopkins goalie is going to want to have back, as he just kind of mishandles it and leaves it right back door for Sherrick.
Boy, that puck just sat there, and all of a sudden, like, okay, I'll tap it if I need to.
So Eagan once again responds with that Hopkins goal with a goal of their own.
(6-2) now Eagan, and Hopkins will dump it in low. Giving chase is Aiden Byrne. Byrne now will ring the corner. And we've got Reif out there now. Roll the centering pass. Well, that was a dangerous shot there.
Number 24, Keegan Johnson.
And puck now hammered down low. Oh, Michael Beneke, boy, it's one of those games where the pucks on Beneke stick a lot.
Yeah, this line just continues to have their way in the offensive zone.
Oh, short side there by Beneke. Almost had another one. They're really buzzing. Puck in the corner now. Michael Beneke again playing well in the corner. And Hopkins really having a hard time getting that puck out of their zone by this line. This line's really buzzing well. And they'll puck it out. Here comes Hopkins now, puck down low. Giving chase now is Ethan Pearson. Back to Dolney. He gets that puck picked off, but he'll stay with it nicely. It hops over the stick. And there'll be no icing. Puck now in the corner. Burgum shot. Rebound! Oh, there's a good shot there. And Cullen Meyer now. Nice check there by Meyer. Back to Luke Anderson now. They're buzzing hard.
Eagan definitely starting to assert their dominance now. We haven't seen Hopkins been able to generate any sort of offensive pressure in a while.
Meakin shot. Good save. Eagan kind of really, starting to play their game a little bit more now that they're used to.
Yeah, they've really controlled the last probably 10 minutes of play, and Eagan's second line has been all over them. Every time they're on the ice, it seems like they're generating either a goal or a really good scoring opportunity.
Puck control by Eagan. Starting pass. Good job by Gibson. Gibson trying to get that feather it. And here comes Hopkins. And giving chase is Matthew Burgum. Burgum now. And here comes Max Meakin. Nice job by Max Meakin. Here comes Meakin out of his zone nicely. He'll feather it in. They'll be on side. And Meakin now way down low, applying some pressure. And Hopkins tries to get the puck out. They do so. Nice job. Again, physical play by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Myers had a couple really big hits here in the last few shifts.
And here comes Meakin now. Back to Burgum. Matthew Burgum now. Burgum, nice over to Johnny Myers. Myers now, he's got some time. All alone, Keegan Johnson. Oh, had it. Boy, all alone break there. Good breakout. Here comes Hopkins. Hopkins now with the puck. Hopkins, nice save by Manzella. Back over to Willery. Willery now, he'll flip it out. That probably will be an icing. So with 4:09 to go in period 2, all Eagan, 6-2. Shots heavily favored by Eagan, 25-12, but Hopkins has had their chances.
Yeah, they definitely, it seems like they're just kind of hanging around. They have a couple guys who can put the puck in the net. So they are staying dangerous. And good job on Eagan to stay out of the box the last half of this period.
Draw control now by Eagan. Ben Willery with the puck. He'll feed it over now to Mason. Big pass. Oh, good idea by the Wildcats, but covered nicely by the Hopkins D. It must be a delayed offside.
Yep. And a great passing play a second ago there to Keegan Johnson as well, who makes a nice move. Just kind of got tripped up and couldn't finish on the empty net, but beautiful passing play by the Wildcats.
So Keegan and Johnson out there with defense. We've got Willery and Mason. Here comes Ben Willery now at the puck. Tried to get that long breakout pass, got tied up in the skates, picked off by Hopkins. Here's Ben Willery with the Wildcats. Willery now, nice pass over to Keegan Johnson, over to Nick Sherrick, to Johnny Myers. Oh, nice play there, got deflected just wide, now over to Willery. Willery at the point. Oh, wait, deflected back to Mason. Mason, shot, rebound. Johnson was there but couldn't find the handle. And Johnny Myers. Myers now over to Mason. Mason back to Myers. He'll dump it in low to Nick Sherrick. Keegan Johnson looking for a lane. Oh, he had Johnny Myers breaking just out of his reach. And Sherrick now protecting the puck nicely. Back to Keegan Johnson. It's like they're on a power player out there.
Yeah, this top line really rolling right now.
Sherrick now looking. They got Hopkins all over the place, running around. Back to the point now. Mason, deflection, rebound. Oh, I don't know how that didn't go in. That was deflected. What a save by Hayes.
Good save by the Hopkins goaltender and a couple really close calls for the Wildcats
and
here.
Luke Anderson now. Anderson with the puck. And finally gets out of the zone temporarily. Now gets shot back in the zone. He's going to go for a change. And Hayes will dump it down low. It should be all the way. They're going to wave off icing. And now Aiden Byrne drops it over to Eli Dolney. Dolney now tips it over to Luke Anderson. And there's Tony Asta out there for the Wildcats with Hoopmaker. And Hoopmaker, good forecheck pressure. Keeps it in, but now at center ice. Dolney now flips it to center. And now Hopkins controls. Hopkins, good pinch there by Byrne. They'll circle back now. Here comes Hopkins. Tries to keep out of their zone, but again, forecheck pressure all over Hopkins. They're going to ice it. And again, with a minute 51 to go in period 2, Eagan really exerting its will now from a standpoint of the forward forecheck.
Yeah, and it's all three lines. All three lines are generating offense. They're making it tough on Hopkins to get the puck out of the zone. As we see, Hopkins has to ice the puck. And a couple really close calls to making this 7-2.
Beneke with the puck, trying to get the draw. They do so. Short side. Puck is still loose. Beneke looking. Tried to dish it off. Kept in there by Burgum. Nice job. Over to Reif now. Henry Reif. Shot. Whistle.
Eagan looking to throw pretty much everything on net right now. They've seen him try that low angle shot, maybe try to generate a rebound, and the Hopkins goalie's done a good job of sealing off any second chances because Eagan does have guys going to the net.
So let's stay up with the Beneke line. Just outside the reach of Burgum now. Flips that over. Oh, here comes Hopkins again. Score! Got deflected.
Number 3, Thomas Gozic for Hopkins. Bit of a broken play. They get a 2-on-1, and he beats Manzella high to the glove side. And Eagan, every goal that Hopkins has scored, Eagan has responded with one of their own. So 6-3, so it's back to that 3-goal differential that we, started last period off with.
So Willery now, he'll slide it over now to Mason. Mason will jump it all the way down. That'll be an icing. Yeah, it's been a strange game. It's just been a couple errant passes and deflections. All of a sudden they get a 2-on-1, and then they're capitalizing on very few opportunities, but Hopkins scoring. Yeah,
they've had some decent opportunities, and they've scored to make this game, keep it interesting. And, Eagan's put up 3 goals this period, but so has Hopkins.
So nice job there now by Eagan to get the puck out of the zone. Back to Willery. Willery now. Good job by Willery to get that puck out to Cullen Meyer. Cullen Meyer now to Gibson. Shot! Rebound! Oh, Anderson's right there.
A couple nice saves by Hayes in net for Hopkins.
Puck tied up in the Eagan zone. Now Willery now. Nice dish off to Mason. Here comes Jack Mason now. Mason will flip it out. That's going to be an icing just out of the reach.
Chevrolet Z71 pickup. You need to move your car or it will be towed. Again, that's a Chevy Z71 pickup, parked and where the Zamboni is. License number 52TAE, silver Chevrolet.
Draw control by Hopkins. Will win it. Now gets out of here. Comes Nick Sherrick. Here's a break. Johnny Myers. Oh, had the angle.
Oh no, blow it dead.
Boy, had the goalie moving. Had Hayes all over the place, and just could not bury it.
Yeah, good save.
Well, that would have been nice to get that goal back.
Yeah, that was a huge opportunity for the Wildcats. Meyer makes a nice move. Hayes stays with them, kind of runs out of room, and after giving up 2 quick goals after coming into this game, Hayes has settled in nicely. Made a couple big saves for Hopkins.
So 20.7 seconds to go in this one, and just odd game. Doesn't Eagan's up 6-3, and it doesn't feel comfortable though.
No, it does not at all.
Usually you get 6 goals in a game, you're feeling pretty good about things, but it just doesn't have a comfort feeling quite yet.
It's just Hopkins has been able, the few opportunities they're getting, they've been able to score on. So you just feel like at any point they could potentially get back into this game.
And here they come again. Hopkins will dump it down low. They'll give chase. Picked off by Eagan. Here comes a potential. Sherrick's had some time. Nick Sherrick.
Run out of time there in the second.
So at the end of 2, it's 6-3 Eagan. Eagan is on top, shot 31-13. But I would venture to say, Jared, that the coaching staff will not be too happy with how that period unfolded.
No, I mean, they score 3 goals, but at the same time, anytime you give up 3 goals in a period, it's not, ideal. And
which is not typical of this team.
No,
this
not
team
at all.
has not done this all year,
I think
so
they outplayed. I mean, that was a better period for Eagan than it was in the first, and to not get the results I think that they necessarily wanted is probably pretty frustrating.
Yep. So after 2 periods of play, it's 6-3 Eagan. Again, shots on goal 31-13. They're all over Hopkins, but Hopkins is not going away. They're kind of hanging around. So we'll be back for the start of the third period. Coming to you live here from the Doug Woog Arena, Jeff Burgum and Jared Manzella. Check 1, 2. Check, check, check.
Test 1, 2.
Check 1, 2.
Test.
All right. Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome back to the Doug Woog Arena in South St. Paul for the South St. Paul Winter Tournament. Coming to you live. Jeff Burgum here with Jared Manzella. And an interesting second period, Jared. It's been all Eagan, but all of a sudden Hopkins gets 2 goals, and it's 6-3. So it's by no means a easy cooking yet.
No, and it looked like Eagan was about to take full control. I think they were up 5-1 at one point, and then 6-2 and 6-3. All of a sudden, it's the same position they were in going into the second, a 3-goal lead, and they controlled most of that period. And they still had good opportunities. It seemed like they kind of struggled to put the puck, though, in the net in the last 10 minutes of that period.
Yeah, Eagan, again, all over Hopkins, out shooting 31-13, a lot more scoring chances, but the very limited chances that Hopkins had, they scored.
Yeah, and Eagan had a couple, maybe mental breakdowns, a couple good opportunities for Hopkins, and they've buried, and they've kept themselves in this game. So it should be an exciting third period.
So the last thing, if you're a Wildcat fan, you want to see is giving Hopkins any more opportunity to kind of sneak back into this game more than they are right now. 6-3 is still anyone's game. I think the next goal here for Eagan's critical. They get this next goal, it'll be a little bit easier breathing over in that bench.
Yeah, you get that next goal, and all of a sudden I think you can continue to keep just doing what you're doing and outplaying Hopkins and keeping the pressure on their zone. But if Hopkins is that next goal, all of a sudden there's hope. And we've seen them been able to convert on their opportunities, and it could be an interesting game.
Draw control now by Hopkins. They'll be content to dump it in. They got some energy now. They want to get this thing even more interesting. And Jack Mason now with the Wildcats. Mason now, nice pass. Tried to get Sherrick. That got deflected. It'll be a delayed offside. Myers got in too deeply. So they're early into period 3. There'll be a whistle just outside the Hopkins zone.
And we've seen Eagan look for, especially when these three, when Johnson, Sherrick, and Meyer are out there, look for that stretch pass and try to get one of them on a breakaway. And it worked towards the end of that second period. Draw
control now by Hopkins. They'll get that. That should be an icing. Don't know why that was. The guy must have been deflected. Puck down low. Here comes Hopkins now still at the puck in the Eagan zone. They'll circle it now. Nice job there by Dolan to get rid of it. Here comes Nick Sherrick. Nick Sherrick now for the Wildcat. Nick Sherrick now going deeply in the corner. And now Johnny Myers now behind the net with Johnson. Over to Burgum. Shot, rebound! Score! There it is. That's a big goal. Shot by Burgum and Sherrick and Johnson. That's huge, and that's a big goal, Jared.
Yeah, just under a minute into the third period to get that first goal. And what a shot by Burgum. Seeing eye shot, I'm surprised the Hopkins goal even saw the first one. Definitely struggled with the rebound, and Johnson right there on the back door to tap it in for his second of the game.
Gibson now over to Burgum. He'll dump it in. Nice control now by the Wildcats again by Cullen Meyer. Nice job by Luke Anderson. Goes in the netting.
I've really been impressed. All the lines of the Wildcats have been very good. This line especially as well. In the second period, they were all over Hopkins. And starting off strong again in this period.
Time of the goal, 51 seconds of the third period.
Draw control now by, here comes Hopkins. He'll dump it in. Burgum giving chase. He'll flip it now over gets out to the zone. Burgum now with it. He'll send it over to Meakin. Nice play. Here comes Max Meakin. He'll flip it out. And here comes Hopkins. And nice shot and save by Derek Manzella.
Yeah, nice easy shot there. No traffic in front. Tracks it in, covers it up, and we'll have a face-off to the left of Manzella.
So face-off to the left of Derek Manzella, 15:28 to go. Big goal there. It seems kind of funny to say that, but it was a big goal.
It's a huge
Hopkins
goal.
Was having some momentum. They were kind of buzzing, and they were kind of sniffing around, and now it's 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3 is definitely a lot.
A 6-4 is getting real testy. 7-3 now. You still got to play the game, but a little more breathing room if you're a Wildcat fan.
Especially doing it that early into the period and really, giving yourself that confidence that this game could be over.
Nice now job. You got the Rife line with Pearson and Beneke. They had a real solid game. Puck behind the net. Pearson now looking to dish it off. Still controlling. Gets it off to Byrne, but that got deflected. And nice job by Aiden Byrne just to kind of buy him some time to keep that puck at center ice. Here comes Beneke now. Michael Beneke. That got deflected. There'll be a change. Here comes Hopkins. Hopkins now, shot. Good save by Manzella behind him. Asta was back to the puck. Didn't see that rebound. That was fortunate for the Wildcats. Here comes Jack Mason. Nice job over to Tony Asta. He got tangled up. He's down. Here comes Hopkins. They'll dump it in. They'll be content, Jared, to dump and chase.
Yeah, and so far Egan's been able to do a good job of getting the puck out of the zone when they do that and get back into Hopkins' zone.
Eli Doley now. Nice job by Eli to get that puck out of the zone. And Hopkins now trying to kind of clog up the middle. Here comes Hopkins, though. They've got some numbers again. Hopkins. Oh, nice play by Dolan to kind of anticipate that centering pass. He picks it off. Here comes Eagan. Luke Anderson. Nice little shovel pass to Asta. That got by everybody. Now back in the zone goes Eagan. Eli Dolney has some time. Dolney. He'll flip it over to Willery. Here comes Ben Willery. He'll chip it off. He does so nicely to Luke Anderson. To Johnny Myers. Myers, he goes down. Lost an edge. Here comes Hopkins. And Keegan Johnson flips it. And Johnny Myers. Myers now. Johnny Myers with the puck. He's got some steam. Johnny Myers! Oh, that shot just got through. Back to Burgum. Oh, that was kind of handcuffed Hayes there. Back to Johnny Myers. Myers. Back to Burgum. Oh, Burgum! Just a deflection and just outside.
Burgum with a couple really good shots from the point there. The first one looked like Hayes struggled with it. He caught it at the last second, and that one, it looked like Hayes didn't see it at all.
Burgum's had some chance. We got the camera crew was laughing at that one. My goodness, he must not have been nice to Santa this year. Burgum had off the pipe. My goodness. Puck controlled by Hopkins. Here they come. Burgum now stamps up nicely. He'll hammer it back down in the zone. Oh, little dangerous play there. Got the centering pass. Back to Johnny Myers. Johnny Myers now to Meekin. Rebound! Oh, and the netting, boy, they're really putting pressure on.
Yeah, nice save by Hayes there. It looked like that rebound popped right out on that shot from Meekin. Myers had a good shot at it, and I think Hayes just got a piece of it to knock it out of play.
So they'll come back now with the Gibson line with Anderson and Meyer, with Mason and Byrne. Puck behind the net now, Luke Anderson. Nice little pass to Mason. Mason over to Byrne. Byrne got deflected. That was a good shot low. Got deflected wide. Good cycle work by Anderson, the junior forward. Back to Cullen Meyer. Meyer, nice little dipsy-do. Big reach by Meyer. Meyer now looking. Cullen Meyer's got room. It's goes! Cullen Meyer took it. 5-hole.
I think he beat him low blocker, actually.
Oh, low blocker,
yeah,
okay.
So he pulled the goalie off the post there, and goalie overcommitted. Meyer makes a great shot, shoots it across the green.
So nice play by Cullen Meyer, the senior forward, number 37. Got to buy himself some time. And now it's 8-3, so Eagan now kind of imposing the will. Now the trick now, Jared, is going to be to play your game. Play good fundamental hockey. Don't give up some bad passes or some open breaks. Just play sound hockey. Yeah,
we've seen Eagan do it at times this game, but it seems like so far this period they've been able to play, how they want to do the entire game.
With an assist to number 4, Aiden Brink. Time of the goal, 4:41.
And Bryan gets an assist, so Aiden Bryan has a goal and assist now. Playing good for his dad. Dad's birthday today, Greg Bryan. So here we go, all excited. Oh, that's off the iron. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, back-to-back crossbars.
So Derek has been nice to Santa, apparently, and Matthew Burgum has not. There's a shot, goes wide. There goes Aiden. And we're just having fun with Aiden's last name. It's actually Byrne for the record. We'll call him Brian for this broadcast. Well, again, little zone time. You know, Hopkins has had its moments. They've had some pressure, and they've been imposing their will on Eagan at times.
Yeah, they have a top line of number 7 and number 11, who I think have been the benefactors of all 3 goals for Hopkins.
And Will Hoopmaker now, nice little forecheck pressure by Hoopmaker. He's getting hacked and held, no call. Tony Asta, Tony now in the corner, giving chases Luke Anderson. Nice little forecheck pressure for this line. Tony Asta now working hard in the corner. Asta tried to center it, no one home. And here comes Hopkins. Oh, there could have been they called that. Oh, they're going to call. You're got to be kidding me. That was a delayed call, and the player really took advantage of that. Wasn't that hard of a hit, and the player.
Yeah, and it's kind of an unfortunate call because kind of a bit of a delayed offsides call, and Willery was just finishing his check, and it was actually the FAR official who made that call, not even the near one.
So, yeah, the FAR official makes the call, and I think there's a little more of a drama and some drama there to that call. Nevertheless, Eagan's on a power or penalty kill again.
Yeah, and they've done a pretty good job, except for that one in the second period, of killing him off. See if they can do it again.
And here it comes. Oh, it's going to be in the bench, and unfortunate that should be out of the zone. So they'll go back in the zone, so an unfortunate bounce there. Goes back to the right of Derek Manzella. Draw control now by Eagan. Back to Burgum. Burgum gets off the skate. And there it goes over to Sheegan Johnson. Now it's center ice. And now Hopkins now trying to get their power play set up. Here it comes. And nice job there by the penalty killers again. Here comes Hopkins. Across the zone. In the corner. Burgum giving chase. He'll take his body out nicely. And they'll cross it all the way down. And here comes Hopkins trying to set up the power play. Just under a minute to go. And Hopkins enters the zone. Little move. Oh, what a play there. Just got around and couldn't pull the trigger. Who was that?
Thomas Gozic for Hopkins.
What a move.
Yeah.
He had the puck and just at the last second lost the handle. He was in all alone.
Yeah, and he had the second goal for Hopkins.
Another shot on. Boy, I tell you. They're getting some looks, Jared, and again, this is not typical of this team to give them some looks like this.
Yeah, and Hopkins, they do have a couple skilled guys, like I said. Gozic, number 3 for Hopkins, scored their 3rd goal, gets another glorious opportunity there, and Manzella makes a nice save coming off that post.
And they're sneaky. They're sneaky fast. They're not the blistering speed, but they're sneaky with the puck. Nice save there by Manzella again. And they've got some very good skilled players. Hopkins now moving the puck well on the power play. Shot way wide. Had a bunch of bodies in front, but the shot was wide, thankfully for the Wildcats. Puck at the point now. Hopkins tries to set. Oh, that was a potential break for Gibson. Puck is through. Shot goes way wide again. Hopkins now a lot of pressure on this power play. They're getting chances. Nice job there by Dolney.
Yeah, you can back to full strength now.
So nice job with the penalty kill again for the Wildcats. Oh, nice move here by them. Oh, nice job there. I don't know who does that. Dolney or Myers deflected that, but great job.
Yeah, and Hopkins getting some momentum there. Good power play. They didn't convert, but they got a lot of good opportunities.
Draw controlled by Eagan. Here comes Luke Anderson now with the puck. Luke Anderson. He'll dish it off now. Down low, they'll give chase with Hoopmaker, Asta, and Anderson out there for the Wildcats. Defensive pairings is Meakin and Byrne. And here comes now good pressure again now by Hoopmaker. Hopkins will flip it out of the zone. Giving chase now is Aiden Byrne. Byrne now. He gets tangled up, no call. Here comes Luke Anderson, long cross-ice pass to Asta. Back over to Max Meakin. Meakin now with some time in the corner. Max Meekin stays low, avoids a check. Meekin now will dish it off to Anderson. And they get tied up. Here comes Hopkins. Nice cover by Max Meekin all over the ice. Nice cover by Max Meekin. They'll dump it in. There'll be no icing there. Hopkins going to change. And Hopkins trying to get out of the zone. Picked off nicely by Eagan. Dish! Rebound! Oh, Beneke, not sure what happened there. They had a kind of a cross play. Here comes Hopkins. Step up. The corner. Rebound! Sitting there. Dolny. And he'll send it down.
Yeah, it looked like Eagan had kind of a broken play and just couldn't quite get a shot on net. And then Hopkins comes down and Manzella's forced to make a nice save, and Eagan ices the puck.
So 7:17 to go in this one. All Eagan 8-3. Puck in the corner now. Jack Mason now. Mason flipping it out. Kent gets tied up. Hopkins sending the whole kitchen sink for forecheck. They don't care. They're down by 5. They got to get some goals. So here comes Johnny Myers. Myers now with the puck. Myers. Johnny Myers. Nice control. Boy, he had a Mason at the high slot. Didn't see him. Back to Willery. Willery shot. Oh, that got deflected just wide. Johnny Myers now looking. Myers looking for a lane. Gets it over to Nick Sherrick now. Sherrick has some time. Cross-ice pass to Willery. That gets blocked. Good play there by Hopkins.
Yeah, nice block by number 11.
Jack Mason now will pick that off. Jack Mason in his own zone. He's got some time. Mason. Yeah, gets deflected. Good play by the Wildcats, and they'll go for a change. And here comes Hopkins. Center ice. Stepping up nicely now. Here comes Luke Anderson. Luke Anderson's got some time. Luke Anderson. Luke Anderson. Good job by Anderson to take that puck down low. It was all tied up. And here comes Hopkins. It's a 3-on-2. Good play. Behind the net. And covered up nicely by Manzella. Nice box out.
This game's definitely not, this period has definitely not been as wide open as we saw earlier in the game. And we've seen Eagan be able to pretty much shut down any like too good of
you know there were some conversations in the locker room after the second period saying, boys, play your game a little more tighter defensively. And then you're seeing that in this third period. Puck at center ice now. Nice job by Anderson to take the body out. And a scrum there. Really not much control by any team. Now finally controlled by Hopkins. They'll center it. Here comes Hopkins. They've got some speed. Nice play to number 3. Good defensive play by Byrne. Here comes Eli Dolny. Oh, just out of reach. Had the right idea. I think under the stick.
Yeah, I just missed it. It is nice in high school, though. You are able to, still change lines after an icing, so you can get some fresh bodies out here.
So we got the Beneke line with Burgum and Meekin. 5 minutes to go in this one. Draw controlled by Eagan. And Beneke fits to the Burgum. Matthew Burgum. He'll flip it up. And it's a hand pass over to Max Meekin now. Meekin. He'll ring it. There'll be no icing, deflected. In the corner. And Beneke now. Beneke's got some time. And here it comes. Oh, nice step up by Burgum there. That could have been a very dangerous play there. Here comes Eagan. Henry Reif now. Pressuring. Here comes Hopkins. Nice forecheck pressure. And nice job there by Mason. And picked off by Henry Reif. Henry Reif over to Mason. Oh, had the corner. Rebound. Oh, it's just over the net. Boy, that was sitting there for, don't know if that was Myers or Beneke
like
again.
Both of them, yeah.
And nice pinch there by Willery to keep that puck down low. And Johnny Myers behind the net. Nice forecheck pressure applied by Eagan. Back to Nick Sherrick. Sherrick now has got some time. Nick Sherrick looking for that short, high shot. Goes over everything, and that'll be all the way down in Eagan's zone. No icing. And Willery now. Ben Willery. Oh, dangerous pass there, but good reaction by Mason to get that out of the zone. Here comes Keegan Johnson. Keegan Johnson for the Wildcats. Keegan Johnson breaking in. Loses the puck, and that is in the netting.
Yeah, we've seen Eagan try that short side shot.
They have been trying that all day. I mean, it's just, and it's not really there. I mean, they're trying and trying, but they want that ESPN highlight reel goal.
Yep, and the issue with that is if you miss the net like we saw there, it goes all the way down, and you have to regroup. But
draw control by Eagan. Dolney will hammer it down low. Gets out of the zone. Here comes Hopkins. Could be a 2-on-1. This is a dangerous line. Oh, good back check pressure. Good job by Byrne, and good back check pressure by, I think that was Anderson that helped out nicely. Hopkins again, though. Just a fluttering shot. Again, that Hopkins just won't go away.
No. And that shot looked like it got deflected maybe. Manzella didn't track it, and it just went over the pad.
So just at 3 minutes left to go, let's just get ready to roll.
Yeah, I mean 8-4.
8-4.
Been a pretty wide open, all over the place.
A little more wide open than the coaches would like to see.
Yeah, I mean you score 8 goals.
It's good to get the 8 goals, but
you don't want to give up 4.
Draw control now. They're going to dump it in now. Eagan giving chase. Here comes Hopkins. And giving chase is Matthew Burgum. Matthew Burgum now with it. And nice play off to Meekin. Meekin will get it out. That's out of the zone. And there's going to be a tripping. And here comes Burgum. Burgum will chip it in nicely. Be a delayed penalty here coming on Hopkins. Just over 2 minutes to go in this one. All Eagan, 8-4. I'm sorry, Jared, but all Eagan. But just a weird flow to the game today.
Yeah, it's like Egan's pretty much dominated most of the game, but then Hopkins has kind of got some lucky bounces. Maybe they've also made some nice plays and converted on their opportunities, and it's been all Eagan. I mean, anytime you score 8 goals,
it's all Eagan. But again, this has not been a typical Eagan game from a defensive standpoint.
No, not at all.
They've had some opportunities, and nice shot there on net. We got the power play unit out there of Beneke, Mason, Gibson, Meyer, and Dolney.
Especially coming after a game like a shutout against a very good team, a top 20 team. It's interesting to see, the Wildcats give up 4.
Which I know they will not be happy about.
Yes.
They will be talking about that. The boys won't be happy about it at all. But again, this is a case in point. You got to bring your A game with you. You just can't go through motions. Again, nice job there by Wildcats setting up the play. Oh, had an opportunity. Gibson now with the puck in the corner. They'll try to get that zone play. Centering. Oh, hit a skate and it goes out of the zone. Just over 2 minutes to go on this one, folks. All Eagan, 8-4. And back to Mason. He'll flip it in now. Back to Beneke. Beneke looking. Beneke now trying to set up. Beneke now trying to set up somebody. Trying to find Meyer. Couldn't do it. That gets all the way down. And here comes Eli Dolney. Dolney's got some time. Eli Dolney. And here comes Johnny Myers. Johnny Myers, he's got some time. Myers now. Myers! He'll set it up. Give some support. Kept in nicely by Sherrick. Back to Burgum. Back to Sherrick. Back to Burgum. Shot got blocked. And Burgum now keeps it. Oh, got deflected off his stick. There'll be a whistle.
Just over a minute left in the game. Eagan applying more good pressure on the power play, although I don't think they've scored a power play goal since the first period.
Draw controlled by Eagan. Now Nick Sherrick will gain the zone. That'll be offside. So again, not a lot of flow to this one. As far as the power play goes, they're going to switch up. And
Eagan probably looking just to kind of shut it down. this last minute of the game and get ready for tomorrow.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
And giving chase now. Watch on the front of the net. And nice job there by Bergam. Take the body out. Got 2 players on him. Oh, nice save there by Manzella.
Yeah. We've seen Eagan, I think, in this game kind of lose guys in front of the net.
Right, they've had a couple of guys in the slot open.
And nice save by Manzella to cover that one up quick.
Puck now in the corner. Hopkins now. All even up, even strength. Now controlled by Anderson. He'll chip it out in the bench.
Been a slow last minute and a half.
It's been a slow. It's been we keep going. It's been an interesting game. It's been a game of some real nice spurts by both teams.
Yeah.
And then just kind of getting bogged down in the muck of the holiday Christmas cookies and eggnog.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if part of that is, coming off that, the holiday.
Tony Asta scores! Tony Asta! That's his first goal of the year. Good job by Tony Asta.
And what a great shot.
There'll be a nice contribution by the Asta family to the library fund. And I believe that's up to $1,000 for that. Wow. So nice job by Tony Asta. Nice shot there off the iron. It's 9-4.
Yeah, and anytime, like I said, you put up 8, 9 goals in a game, you have to be happy. But the 4 goals is concerning.
And Luke Anderson gets a shot that goes wide. And here comes Hopkins. They'll be content to flip it out. And that should take care of it, folks, here.
Number 11, Tony Asta. With an assist to number 4, Eagan Bryn. And number 20, Ben Willery. Time of the goal, 16:41.
So Asta gets that one with an assist from Byrne Willery. So that's a nice job by Tony Asta to get his first goal of the year and a beautiful shot there. So Eagan finds himself on front and up on this one, 9-4. And they will move on to play in the 5 o'clock game tomorrow. And it looks like they will play the winner, I believe, of Laverne and St. Paul Johnson.
Okay.
And that'll be a 5 o'clock tilt here at the lovely Doug Woog Arena. And again, Jared, an interesting game. Had some good flow at times. Other times they had kind of some slowness to it. I think, to your point, offensively you score 7, 8, 9, 6 goals. That's quite an output from your offense. Defensively, probably need to tighten up things a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. And, I mean, if you're the Wildcats, you have to be happy because you got production all throughout the lineup. You had all 3 lines generate goals. You had Beneke with the hat trick. You had a lot of goals from your top line, and then your third line as well generating a lot of offense and production. But, I mean, the 4 goals, you really do want to tighten it down and play just, a solid 52 minutes of hockey.
And again, hockey is that kind of game, folks. I mean, you can have one little deflection, one little block pass, all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 or a harmless shot from the corner, it goes in.
Yeah.
So you just never know. So again, it's been a fun day here at the Doug Woog Arena where Eagan's on top. They'll play tomorrow at 5 o'clock, the winner of the Laverne and St. Paul, South St. Paul there. So again, great game. Again, Jared, nice to have you here. Hopefully you can join us tomorrow.
Yeah,
for
good
the call.
to be back. I will be here.
And again, our viewership and listenership is up dramatically since you're in town. Thanks for helping out. So again, they'll play the winner, Laverne and St. Paul Johnson. Again, Jeff Bergam here with Jared Manzella. Again, final score, Eagan 9, Hopkins 4. Thanks for watching.